everybody, welcome to my channel, The Young Force, where I get to share with you everything that I learned as a Salesforce developer and other concepts that I find have been very helpful in my professional career. I'm hoping that we get to learn from one another in this channel, so I highly appreciate any and all comments. So for this video, I'm hoping to show you what are some of the advantages of the Schema Builder, as well as how to find it. And finally, I'm going to walk you through how to create objects and fields, and I'm going to give you some real examples. So I'm working from an instance, just your regular playground for my trailhead. If you'd like to, you can follow along as well. So we're going to go to the setup and click Object Manager. And finally, to your right, over in the top as well, is going to be the Schema Builder next to where you would create your objects. So right away, if this is the first time you've looked at your Schema Builder, you'll notice that there's a ton of chaos in this view. So because you can see all of your objects in all relationships in your org, which is a very powerful feature, but better used if you know how to use it. So one of the things that I like to do is immediately kind of filter by what objects I really want to see. It would make no sense to see all of them, right? So if I go to the left pane, you'll see that there is a filter for all objects selected, standard, custom, or system objects. So what you can do with this is if you select, for example, custom objects, you can only see your custom objects versus if you pick your standard, you can only see your standard. I'm just going to go ahead and clear all. And I'm going to pick just a couple, maybe account and maybe contact. Okay, so account and contact. Right, and then if you look at the bottom right, you'll see that there is a square that you can drag around, and it kind of helps you find where those two objects landed. Another thing you can do is click on the left top button over here called Auto Layout, and it will immediately kind of give you a more condensed view of your objects. So one of the things that you could see in the Schema Builder that are fantastic in my humble opinion is the type of each and every field on an object. So if this is your first time coming in a project and you want to be familiarized with your data model, this is one of the best ways to do it. And I did promise I would tell you guys what are some of the advantages versus not. So an advantage is obviously you can see all of your fields, objects, and of course we're going to create and basically drag around. You can even delete or edit fields or objects. Fantastic feature. But one thing I have noticed in my time is that you cannot give things like permissioning to a field in here or assign it to any page layout. So that's one of the disadvantages. The way I go about it is I create the fields and objects in the Schema Builder, and then I go back into the Object Manager to assign it to a page layout, or maybe just go straight into the profile to give the permission depending on the use case. So I have a small example for you that I have already created. So I have these two custom objects, and I have created a car and a driver object, and they are related to one another on a one-to-many relationship via this little lookup over here called the driver, which gives me who is the driver of this car, or I guess we could call it the owner of the car. But just for this example, let's go with the driver of the car. And at the moment, these two are not related to anybody else, right? So what I want to show you is how did I create that relationship. I'm going to go ahead and show you on the left pane, right next to the objects, there's an elements object. So this is where you can create objects or fields. And I'm going to go ahead and create another lookup. And perhaps this time it is going to be related to a contact. So contact. That way I have a contact for this driver. Yeah, fantastic. So here you can see, now we have a car that's related to a driver, and the driver is related to the contact. And the contacts are always related to accounts in Salesforce. It's just a standard way that it goes. So that now we got this 4 level relationship. And you can view this as kind of neat. I love this stuff. Maybe I'm just a geek, but just to give you another quick rundown and a summary, you can create absolutely every type of fields that you have available in Salesforce. As far as types of fields, there is really no restriction. You can even type out an advanced formula from here. So I think it's overall a genius idea on the Salesforce side to give us just a quick way of creating and modeling our data. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment. I would really love your feedback or any questions you have. And I'm hoping to see you on the next video here at the Young Force. Thank you, everybody.